Hi, this is Tyler Anto. This is part two of the election discussion. First, before we start, I'm going to say that this is my third time recording a video like this. So I'm just going to talk about the economy because it's enough to fill the 10-minute time limit. The war in Iraq and everything is just stuff that you've pretty much picked up on by now. First, I want to congratulate Obama for winning the president, becoming the first African-American president. And I want to applaud Senator McCain for his efforts and the service he's given this country since the 1960s, for being a true American, standing up, defending his country, then coming back and representing his country in political office. I mean, someone like that just deserves probably more respect than a good amount of the senators in power, and maybe even a president or two. What I'm going to talk about is just the economy, because a lot of people are talking about how this is such a bad thing that we're moving towards a more socialistic idea, and we're not a capitalist country anymore. First of all, we're not a fascist, we're not communist, we're not Hitler. We're not taking away civil liberties. What Obama wants to do is just focus on the economy. But socially, he's not taking away our civil rights, and he's been promoting that he wants to, give us more civil liberties. With that, there's just more. That's just how I feel. Don't say he's a fascist. Don't say he's communist. Socialist is something where if you say it, you have to understand why he's moving towards a socialist idea, and you might want to look at the Great Depression in the 1930s, because that's a time where, it was a great amount of the country suffering, and a president saying, we're going to do our best to give you money to make sure you're not dying out there. You're going to make sure you're not homeless. Make sure you have food for you and your family. That was just what FDR's New Deal was, and this is what I think Obama's trying to promote, is that this is the newer deal, if you might be able to say that. Now, socialist, what you should understand about this policy is that it preys on America being America, and just having a spending middle class and an upper class that just provides for the middle and lower class. For this, what I want to say is that if you cut what McCain and the Republicans have been saying, where, oh yeah, we're just raising taxes, you can't forget the fact that the taxes are lowered, and it's more the taxes are moved from one class to another. It's moved from a class that has people that can't pay the taxes, and it puts burden off of unreliable people. And this is where you say that, oh, you can't just praise the middle class, because the reason why we're doing this is because the middle class right now is unreliable for taxes, and that's the big gain of the government. That's the GDP. If you don't have people paying taxes, you don't have people being, you don't have a government that has a lot of money, and this is what you're seeing right now with a weak economy. What Obama plans is, let's just move the taxes from unreliable people to people that we know can pay the taxes, just kind of doesn't want to, which is justifiable in the sense that, why should they pay more money? But you can't. But there's another factor that no one's been talking about, which is, with the tax breaks on the middle class, what you're doing is you're giving people who were once unreliable for taxes more money. And we're not saying go and save up, go, just burn it. We're saying go spend it on something. Go pay for health care that you can afford now. Go pay for a new Xbox 360 or a new Schwinn bike. Just go and buy something. And with the new money, there will be more people that buy more stuff. And then what that does is the companies are saying, well, we'll get taxed more. We won't be able to, pay it. We'll have to cut jobs. But they're not. They're hiding the fact that when we do this, they're getting a humongous profit off of the fact that more people are buying more stuff. And then when more stuff, when that demand starts to get lowered or starts to get higher because more people are able to buy it, then the supply will have to be raised. And in order to either raise the supply, they'll either have to, find a way to magically bring it out of nowhere, or give people more jobs to improve productivity. And when you improve, that means more jobs for people, which means more people have money, which is not taxed as much, which is more people are able to buy stuff, which just goes around in that circle. And now with the taxes that you have taken off of the middle class, you're giving that to people who now get more money because more people are buying because they have more money. And you're just saying, take some of the profits you have and just pay a little bit more of this tax. And what's the problem with that? I mean, if they're going to get a large profit out of this anyway, there should be a point where you got to say, okay, now the government needs to get some. You got to pay a little bit of tax, and they'll pay some tax, and then the government will get more of that money because the taxes will be going to people that can pay them, even if they weren't getting a big profit, because they have a large amount of the money of this nation's wealth. Plus, now that you have companies getting more profits, you have more reliance in the stock market because their stock market's their trust in the stock market will go up because the companies are doing better because of the profits they'll be getting. So then the stocks will raise, and when that happens, more people will have faith in the economy. Then you won't have this sense of, the economy's worse, America's doomed, we're all dead. It's not true. You have to really think of how the cycle works. You either go with a cycle of you give money to the upper class and pray they just don't keep it and give it to the lower class, or you pray the cycle that takes a bit longer, which is you give money to the middle class and they spend it on the upper class and the upper class gives it back. I trust the latter more because it has more promise in it and it has more reliance in it, because the upper class can pay the taxes anyway, but they have a chance of getting more money, so it won't be a change for them. So what this will happen is, as much as people are saying that we're going to be a socialist nation, you really have to think of, A, are we really socialist or just socially leaned? And B, is it bad anyway? If you're saying this, are you a Fortune 500 company owner that doesn't want to pay these taxes? And if you are, then that's justifiable. That's your money. I can listen to that. Or are you a middle class person that just believes that anything that's not pure capitalist and that's not laissez-faire economics is horrible? And you really have to be more open-minded in the fact that you can gain a lot from this, as well as the companies can gain a lot from this, and also the government can gain a lot from this. Now I'm going to stop talking right now and just pray this isn't more than 10 minutes long. This is Matteo Arianto. This is my rant on the 2008 election. If you want to comment, I'll gladly respond. Today I'll just hope that you guys have a good life and a good day. Thank you.